YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to another cardio video. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for the previous people that have been clicking on my videos. The channel's been blowing up, guys. I really love this. This is great. Good motivation to keep it going, pumping out as many videos as I can. Yeah, I don't know. I got a lot of new subs in the last few days, and we're breaking a couple K views every other day, so let's get it. I felt I really got to get this knowledge out there. Too many people are building pretty fugly bases, man. Like, this is as simple as it gets, and as open as it can get. Like, this is nothing tricky, no wide gap, crazy peaks or anything like that. The gaps for defending the base are amazing, but not tricky to build. Like, everything about this is so super easy. You can slap it down in about an hour. You don't have to make it 8 stories like I made this one. I pushed it to maximum like stability issues at the top of the peaks, but I just wanted to show that even for 30K you can build this thing sky high. It's a beautiful 4x4. You can mod this thing out any way you want. I put a little self-defense 3rd floor shooting floor here, halfway up the tower. Nice hidden lockers here for endless kits. This is a good little peaks to have here. Love it. Definitely the major perks of the base. You can build this out any way you want. Like, I usually have this shooting floor on the 2nd floor, but this time I built to max stability issue of the 8-story castle here. But yeah, this is your backdoor entrance out into yard in case you get insinned and you're forced out one way. It's nice to have 2 ways out. I'll take you back up to open core here. You can take a look. It's pretty standard, nothing crazy about it. I just love how you can fit everything into one room. Open cores are great. But I did disguise where my TC is in here, which is kind of the best part. It's nice. Got little furnace spots, mixing tables, good turret coverage everywhere. I love this base for that. And you'll see more living space here. You'll see on the roof here, I put my turrets in a special place. Oop, forgot to put a code in there. Yeah, if you leave your turrets like this, they see out into the yard, especially you use a bolty with a silencer or something. I've heard several times from raiders saying they had no idea what turret was shooting them or from where. Like, it was very confusing for them and frustrating. So yeah, this base has a lot of perks like that. But I've heard so many times on the shooting floor, if you're on main level shooting out from it, sometimes they can see you, but if you see 2nd floor, 3rd floor up here, if you peek out of these peaks, they don't see you at all, anywhere on the ground. It's just too shaded. It turns out to be like black up here. It's crazy. Unless you have a 4X, then obviously you're seeing up there, no problem. But yeah, it's a great shooting floor. I love this little addition. I don't usually build them this high, but this is the 3rd floor shooting floor for heli. I just have doors to close it off and rocket sprays. And we've run around these peaks and just PvP'd each other for fun. Good times. You can build this base so many different ways. That is the best part about it. It's nothing but a standard footprint 4x4 with a shell. It's great. You don't usually see them 8 stories like this. I think this is 11 to be even. I'm not even sure, honestly. But yeah, this is as high as you could build it. It's great. Love it. And of course, the quick way down to the yard is just jump off the roof and hug the building spamming X, but I'll take you down into open core. Have you noticed the door for TC yet? You can take a look around. Usually raiders come in, they really don't know. You open this up, obviously find this one, but you still can't see it. You kind of have to drop down and get into it. That's my little hidden spot, but usually there's 4 corner bedrooms in open core. You can hide in any one of those. Couple electrical test generators, love them. Those things are the new meta. Windmills are dead. Don't need to lag out the server with windmills anymore. Yeah. And see, 30,000. These are my gatehouses. I love these little wizard towers. I always hide my TC behind the Vendies. It's a good new trick. You can snug it up so there is no gap, because people can still shoot your TC like that, obviously, but I like just showing it's easier to show off. And yeah, these have great peaks, these wizard towers. I love using them as gatehouses. Puts you up to about a little over 1,000, probably 1,500 if you use the TC extensions, like see at the bottom of the towers. But yeah, let's get into the build. Now this will be super fast just for the easy parts, because all we're doing here is 2 stories up with honeycomb, a couple doors, nothing to it. Honestly believe this is one of the easiest bases you can build. There's no tricks to it whatsoever, and it comes with excellent intricate peaks to peek out of. Yeah, you upgrade this and close it off, and then you can get started on your inner core. Hope it's not too fast for you guys. I just sped it up because it's so straightforward. Why not? I do slow down the open core part because that's probably the only real tricky part, and the shooting floor maybe from like third story, but other than that, it's very straightforward. All right, let's get started on our 2x2 core. We're literally going to build this up 3 stories and fill it in. Now, you'll see in this video, I use a shitload of ramps. You don't have to use ramps to fill in. I find it just wastes more rockets, but they can still splash around them if they're snipers with their rockets like myself. So keep that in mind. It's just extra upkeep. Depends how big your team is. And most people are thinking this is a gnarly big base, but I've lived in this solo 12, 15 times. It's a great base. And often than not, when people raid you, they're like, there's no way you're solo. Are you serious? You're like, yeah, absolutely, dog. Just trying to be a Chad out here. Earn that Giga Chad status. Now, I did leave a lot of this twig. You guys should probably practice it the first time, because as you'll see, I do change some stuff as I go through it. No major changes, but this side needs a hop up because it's your backdoor entrance to like your defending shooting floor. So you got to really close that off and build it up right. And I left kind of the order of the way I built this. Like, you could fill out the inner core here like I will later. You'll see. But you can do this in any order you want, obviously depending on how much stress you have for if someone's pressuring you while you're building or whatnot. Alright, now this is almost the wall to your TC and shooting floor, or open core, so I slowed this down so you guys can see. You must ramp this one up. Because people do like to pummel, usually third story, but depends how smart they are, the raiders. Some people pummel second story all the way through, and if they do that, we got jackpot. They're going to waste a lot of boom. And the base will hold, too. These walls are a little tricky, sometimes you gotta get over them. And yes, I'm flying around and stuff. It'll probably take a little longer building it straight up. But I saw on a Max 2 video, 2 guys who have built this base probably as much as I have. They threw it down in 18 minutes flat with turrets. Now that's got to be a world record or something. The fastest I've ever thrown this down, I threw down like I think a 5-story one? Yeah, I think I threw down a 5-story one in about 45 minutes. That's probably my PR. That's flying and making no mistakes too, so... Or not flying, I should say, just flying through the build. All right, now let's start our open core. This is my favorite part of the base. So nice. Actually, I think I like putting in the peaks more, but this is great too. Make sure to finish off our entrance here. Like I said, you might be pressured to do this right away as the first step, just because raiders, but I was lucky enough to do this on my buddy server that have admin privileges, so good times. Now it's important to spam doors here because you're going to need these walls also HQM behind this to discourage people just flowing straight in. Which often than not people do, so it's not the end of the world. The base still holds up on the shooting floors and everything. Now we got our entrance, we can make our hop up into the core off the shooting floor. More doors, of course. Spam those. Love it. This is my first time actually building this shooting floor this high, so that was new for me. Not bad. I think I do prefer it off second floor though. It's just easier to see into the yard, it seems. He's thorough, and like I said, this base is so malleable. You can build this any way you want. I've seen people with stupid, crazy peaks off of this base that I haven't even built before yet. I just keep it simple. Love the shooting floor. It's real good. All right, now that we got that set up, let's get on to our open core. This will be our TC room right here I'm gonna build. And I love hiding it this high because usually you don't get rocket splashes this high up. Usually. Depends on the raiders. Just keeping it standard 2x2, but we're gonna hop out of it as you saw in the intro there when I kind of disguise it in my open core. Really can't stress how easy this outer shell is. Like you build it up 2 stories at a time every time, all the way till the shooting floor. Very straightforward. There's no real fancy tricks to this build, which is what makes it so great. Because sometimes you're under stress the entire time you're building. Someone's sitting on a roof camping you, or God knows what. There's so many different ways in Rust to get griefed. Or someone sees you putting down a giant base and then they go TT grief you. Oh, the fun times, fun times. But yeah, this is the base to our loot floor, open core. Add a few more walls and doors here like crazy. It comes together pretty quick after this one. On this floor, I do insist that you use ramps on all corners because just extra protection. Depends if you want to hide your TCs in these bedrooms I'm about to build, but really just up to you. These bedrooms are so clutch. Lots of people don't see them and don't realize you can fit a locker and a bed in there or your TC. It's a beautiful spot for them. And it's behind a few more doors for protection as well. This will be the entrance to the roof for your shooting floors. And also one more bedroom right here with the window into open core. Slowly taking shape. I usually build this a lot faster, but I was trying to show the little steps here, like how you add a flat piece just for a triangle piece or a shelf for your boxes and stuff, but you don't have to upgrade the piece in the wall. You can just let that decay because the triangle piece will stay once it's placed. Like so. And we cap that off and honeycomb this out always, especially around your open core. And that's the open core. It's come together. I'm going to smash out those full walls into half walls in a minute, so make sure don't upgrade those yet. But let's get working on the shooting floor. Yeah, the externals. Super easy. Two squares, one triangle out, build back triangles, and follow the building. And then in the later part, I delete a couple along the string, you'll see. Gatehouses can be built out in many ways. Do your favorite. I pretty much only ever do one. I have this little broken turret setup I like to do with the fences. Big fan of that. Oh yeah, next we have my wizard towers, or dick tower, whatever you want to call it. These are just really good retake spots for your yard when you're getting raided. And if you want to extend out your TC further away from your yard, I think if you go 3 or 4 more squares, your bed resets. It counts as a fresh spawn. So you can actually have a fresh 2-minute spawn on the edge of your base. It really comes in handy. There's really nothing to it. 3 walls up or as high as you want, honestly. And then do half walls, quarter walls, door frames, and then the triangle frame hatches at the top of the door frames to add roof peaks to. And then you just add little floors and hop-ups. There's really nothing to it. I use these everywhere, no matter what. They're great. And they give the base a little castle look to it, which is really fly. I got a lot of bases that look like that too. But yeah, for a little upkeep, it really comes in handy for defending your base. I recommend it. And clearly add a couple fireplaces and stuff so you can get the real tight peek down closer to the ground instead of being so narrow outward view. I'll speed up all the upgrade parts for you guys so you don't have to watch that, but I also realized on your disconnects, the square frame piece doesn't really matter which way it goes, whether it leads with a square or triangle. It'll still disconnect as long as you have the frame piece at the bottom. So once you get that done, I'll show you how I do my TC. You're going to want to put your TC in not too far, not too close, because you want the Vendy to snug in, but also this angled roof piece can't be here until the TC is down. That's my mistake. I probably could have fitted on the opposite side, but I like to do my inside peaks. But yeah, as you can see, I have a little sweet spot I like to find. Then you just drag it to the side. And for using your vending machines in front of your TCs, what you want to do is reverse so you're seeing the back of the vending machine. And you'll find here there's a little spot where it has play. It'll lock in once in a while, but you just pull it out, move it around a little till it gets some play. It sounds really dirty, I'm sorry. But there is a sweet spot for it, and make sure to turn off broadcasting so you're not advertising that your base is new and up for rating. So yeah, we're going to upgrade this stuff here. I hope I speed this up. You guys don't need to watch all that, but we're going to build some frames as well. And yeah, this is only connected by these 2 frames here, so make sure those are there. And then on the back side of these pieces, we're going to build up to the roof with door frames for our shooting floor. And once you're done that one step, we're going to repeat it 3 more times identically. 2 squares out in a triangle, build back triangles. Good. And when you're done your gatehouses, it should look something like this. And make sure all these door frames go all the way up to the roof. This shooting floor is something. I can't believe how easy it is and how well it comes together, really. So broken. Here's the walls I said I'd have to smack down, so you're going to want it perfectly level up here for your shooting floor. So, there is a little trick to these. Can't put that down yet, so I'll just start putting these down. Try and follow these triangles how I put them, because there is 2 ways to do it, but I have a better way so you can see straight down into your yard. Like, you'll see some spots provide a little better blind spot than the other, or a worse blind spot, I could say. So, yeah. Hold on, let me just cap this off. All right, here we go. So you can build it off the floor or away. I prefer the larger gap to look down into the yard. And every one of these, you're going to see one triangle will be against the frame and the other will be against the base. And it's kind of on you to figure it out. As you can see, that snaps in nice, but it fits over here better. This way you can see straight down from the side angles. It's just a little bit better. And that I had to learn from building the base 3 or 4 times, honestly. First few times I kept putting it in the wrong spot, and I'm like, oh no, I can't see the guy stealing the furnace, so it was quite stressful. Yes. Once these sick peaks are done, you can get started on just putting window frames up as high as you want. I've made these shooting floors on this base. I've made them 5 stories high, 6. I've made the whole base shooting floors. You can really just do what you want. I prefer 3 stories with a separate shooting floor somewhere in the middle along the tower, just to keep them guessing, because it's just too much windows to cover for 1 or 2 people raiding a solo or your whole team. Yeah, let's just spam these down. Hold on, pesky bears. Gotta deal with the peasants. Pests, sorry, pests. I don't know why I said that. Alright, now that your windows are up, you can start building these little peak downs. It's more or less just walk-in room to shoot. You're going to want to repeat that for each level as well. As you can see, it's lovely. And all 4 corners to stop you from just squeezing onto your roof here, you build up these windmill towers, and it actually fills in that gap nicely. And also noted for a windmill tip, it doesn't matter how high elevated your base is off the ground. It matters how many stories it is. Like if you build a 3-story windmill, you're only gonna get 30 to 50 power no matter where your base is built. So if you build on top of a mountain, don't think that's gonna give you better wind. It just doesn't work like that. Windmills are way too touchy for my liking, so I'm really excited for these test electric generators. They have 300 power in each of them. You can set up like 28, 29 turrets off each. I think because of line loss, I think you do 27 turrets? Yes, 9 per row. That's it. And at the end of the video, I'll show you, at the very end, I'll show you my wiring. It takes 10 seconds just to explain how to do turrets if you're not familiar. Because I really like to spam them. It's your only real protection against offlining. Yeah, you can bunker up, but people are farm bots. If they want in your base, they're going to farm up all the sulfur they want. They're getting it. So it's on you to be there and defend, or have enough turrets that they have to waste. I don't know. I think the worst I ever saw was a duo teaming on a solo server. They went at me, some English blokes. Or mix, I don't know what you call them. But 2 of them took about 4 hours to raid this base with just me defending. It was priceless. I was laughing at them the whole time. I'm like, what's wrong, boys? You got turret problems? Little 3K hour solo giving you troubles? And they used, like, I think in the vending machine they had like 90 some rockets, and they used them all on this base. What a waste. Yes, I was sealing, but you don't need to use more than 60 would get her done. You can go through doors and probably only use 50 something. But yeah, this is my own little touch on the ceiling here. I like these little ramps for quick access to the other floors, you'll see. But I've seen many diversified versions of this roof, so don't feel necessary that you have to do this exact version. It's just a great way to show you can build this space full maximum height to the sky. It's kind of wild. Oh yeah, it's a good thing I showed this actually, because I went to max stability issues, like pushing this base to sky limit. You got to add these extra door frames here from your first to third part of your shooting floor. I show it in just a moment. I was kind of figuring it out here why there's stability issues. Not that one right there. This one you got to build up 2 stories. As you can see, still not good enough yet. You add one more. And I think I did a frame so I could stand there. And then I did a window piece for a little extra peaks because, you know, the space didn't have enough peaks. So unfortunately, you got to do that like 12 times, or 8 times, sorry, 2 per side, but no big deal. Slight adjustments. And the rest of the roof, you just use angled roof triangle pieces, cap it in, and it's really starting to come together now. I just got to upgrade embrasures, compound, and second layer compound actually. And you're pretty much done, guys. We're almost there. And it's funny too, if you have a lot of teammates, make them upgrade. Like if you're the builder, I love building, but the upgrade aspect of it, I hate. I don't know what it is about that. But yeah, if you have buddies, man, make them follow behind you as you upgrade. Just make sure you do it. Final form, yeah. Now that you've done all those, you can do angle triangle roof pieces to finish it off. And that's our roof. Looks good. Classy. Simple. Great. And now we upgrade. Get to work. Boom! Now that we're all upgraded, let's finish off our gatehouses. I'll fly through this real quick. Love the fast forward feature. These are my gatehouses I use all the time. You guys don't have to use the same ones, but I like them because the fencing's really broken. But nothing tricky about your furnace in the yard here. Just line up the middle with your peaks and you can make a perfect little furnace wall here. Just find the dead center of the 2 shooting floor pieces. You'll see once again, I did it twice here. Right here, just find center and max height vertically. There, and the other one should fit snug in. And doing the walls behind, all you do is stand perfectly in the middle on the back side of your middle furnace, and 3 pieces lines up lovely between each gate. There can be a gap. Sometimes you got to tweak it a little, but you can fix it. Works out nice and symmetrical. Voila, now your compound's done. You can put up your embrasures. Now your base slowly starting to look badass. It looks really like no one wants to contest with it right now. And you probably built your base faster than anyone else on the server too. Gatehouses, I like to put 2 little metal barricades as so. It really helps stop people from popping in. There is a smart way to put this. As you'll see, some people can always weasel their way over and in. So I try a backwards angle. It seems to help a little bit. To each their own. Now we just spam doors. This place needs a lot of doors. Oh yeah, this part for my gatehouses. Don't forget your angled pieces. Saves you windows and braziers. Window and braziers. It's fun to say fast. Yeah, and shooting floor needs doors like crazy too. I'm gonna finish upgrading everything when I see it. Oh, let's make our entrance into open core. Lots of doors, little peak spot here. Love it. We're gonna need a ramp right here for some boxes. Yeah. Oh, our little bedrooms up there. Love it. There's so many features you can customize, make this base your own, especially hiding the TC aspect. That's what probably makes it great. You can make a YouTube video on it and no one's gonna know where your TC is because there's so many spots. Right now I'm gonna make my little heli shooting floor. Just a whack of doors. Oh wait, no, this is living. Yeah, this is a nice bedroom actually for the roof floor. I like this a lot. Yeah, the second of third floor on the roof is for the helicopter. You just need a room. You can close the doors quick. Don't use garage doors. Use metal fragged or armored doubles because they close and open fast enough. They won't eat the rocket spray of the heli. Slap my windmills down here. We are very, very close. Obviously, wiring and stuff, whew, that's a whole other job on itself. Putting guns and ammo in the turrets and wiring them up, but at least you get your windmills down fast. People will assume you have multiple turrets. Yeah, she's really coming together. I'm gonna finish the 4x4 honeycombing here on the bottom floor. This you can do at the very start, obviously, when you start building. You don't need to do it as late as I did, but I'm at the privilege of being on a pretty much build server, custom server, so I can do it in this order. Another thing, I ramp everywhere. I know it's up deep, but you can also, splash around it, but I feel like it really helps. Some people, if they're dubbing rockets out their raid base, sometimes they don't have the most accuracy, and those ramps can actually save you time. Valuable time to seal and whatnot. And for some reason, when people blow in and they see ramps, they presume there's nothing after it. They kind of stop. It's weird. Like I said, really just depends on the raiders, experience-wise. You're only lucky to get the bricks once in a while. As you can see, I'm being quite thorough in the 4x4 with lots of ramps just for stability purposes if they blow in, but I guess it really doesn't help stability, it just helps firmness. I like my bases to be beefy. Yeah, looks good, looks real good. Now I'm gonna upgrade all these ramps. I'll speed it up so you guys don't have to watch that. Oh, we need doors. Let's spam some doors down all over. I thought about when I was building this base to make like 4 of those shooting floors along the sides, but then you have like 7 shooting floors. It makes no sense. So yeah, open core looks fantastic with all the boxes in it. Let's build our bedrooms out here though. This is my own little custom feature. I haven't seen anyone else do this yet. I usually hide a TC in here as well, but shh, I didn't say that. Don't worry about that. Oh yeah, you also want a bed at TC and all the appropriate places. Here's my furnaces in a couple slots. I also like mixing tables in there. Good spot for them. I also think it's crucial to spam the inside of your loot rooms with HQM, just because it's only a honeycomb and then your open core wall. So you want it to at least be 30 plus rockets, you know, if they pummel one spot. I guess in this case 5 stories deep, which no one does, thankfully. Unless you're Zerg fighting, then maybe. But yeah, really improves the strength of it all when you have HQM core. I'm gonna seal off the backside of my shooting floor here. I thought about doing a second story shooting, that's why I left quarter walls, but I changed my mind here in the build. It was something new. I don't usually build them up that high, but yeah, let's seal that off. And I'm gonna ramp this too, because that's 1 story below TC room. So yeah, maximum protection. This is the heli floor. I like being able to hide any side I'm on. Because sometimes helis triple rockets, double rockets, you know, it does unpredictable things, especially lately. Poor game's been in shambles with the bugs. We're just trying to get out of demo mode and catch up. Come on, Face Bunch, we need a lot of updates. There, and last but not least, I have a bedroom floor above the heli shooting one. I call it like the war room. Plenty of beds, lockers, even spare furnaces or mixing tables. You need to make ammo up here. Basically, this could become your main living room if you wanted. And now it's time for the roof. You can, like I said, you can do anything with this base. I just did what the original 4x4 video did and make some extra boxes up here with another bed and living. Doesn't make sense because heli would absolutely pummel it, but it looks good. So yeah, I'll slap that down on there. And then we can get outside and finish our compound, second layer. Few boxes under here for quick grab. Not entirely necessary, but nice to have. Now this, instead of building externals between your external TCs, this actually spreads the coverage of your TC. So there's no real crazy way to do it. Just extend out square pieces with triangles and a fancy line that meet up, and that'll give you like build blocks for anyone in between your TCs. I'm not sure if it's cheaper by means, but you don't have to spend 1,000 wood for another TC and make a whole new part of your base you have to upkeep or watch. And this is just, you add a gate at the end of every opening here, and then we wall it off, and then we turret up. Once again, really appreciate all the love to the channel lately, guys. Get a lot of hate mail, but we're getting a lot of positive feedback too, and that's what really matters. I'm helping a lot of people out and understanding basic things in the game is a lot to learn. There's no shame in it, man. Lots of people pretend to be Chads, but they're missing out on basic build knowledge, or they don't know how to turret, or yeah, there's a lot to the game to learn. I'm recently just learning how to farm, grow. Usually that's my buddy's job. But anyways, check this out. Test generators have 300 power. You need to put the power to the bottom of the root combiner. Top of the root combiner goes to your electrical branches. That's what powers your turret. Now each turret requires 10 power, so you just click on it once, reset the number to 10, and then take the top left wire to that, to your power in on your windmill, or on your turret, and that's that, man. Thanks for checking out the video. Peace out.